Very excited to talk to this man. Exciting week it had to be for him. Danny Chavez, the Colombian warrior. He won his UFC debut. Long time coming, man. Congratulations. Awesome performance by you. What has the week been like? Just getting to bask in it a little bit. What have you done to celebrate? What's it been like? Who have you heard from? It's got to be an awesome feeling.
Thank you very much. Yeah, man. I've been really eating. Number one, every fighter, that's the first week, we go on a binge, man. We just go and eat and eat and eat. Everybody's invited me to eat everywhere, so I've just been eating. And I've been really caught up a lot this week in a lot of interviews and watching basketball, chilling with my friends. Not really, we're in Miami. And Miami right now, nothing is really open to go out or anything. So we just keeping it like in home, my friends' houses. Like I said, just watching sports and eating.
Who you rooting for the playoffs?
Yeah. No, we're watching the playoffs right now. I think the Heat plays in a few hours.
Yeah, man. You Heat fan?
Yeah, I'm a Heat fan.
That's what I'm talking about.
And I'm a Russell Westbrook fan. So wherever Russell Westbrook is at, cool. I'm following him too.
Well, that's awesome, man. Well, listen, that's a good way to spend the playoffs. I like the afternoon basketball too. It's been like basketball all day. It's been a binge mode. It's been really.
Yes. And it's for me because I don't have a fight coming up till I don't even have to be at the gym till like next week. And I'm coming just to like start all over again to start warming up the body again to train hard. So this whole week I've been able to spend it watching basketball. Since it's a whole day, I've been just, like I said, just laying in the crib, inviting my friends, eating, just watching basketball.
Well, your teammates were super proud of you, man. I saw the reaction on social media, just, like retweeted an interview of yours, and like they were like, you got to get him on, like, come on, man, Miami, and they were super proud of you. What was that feeling like, just kind of seeing all the people there who you see regularly, but they get to see on this big stage succeeding?
It was great, man. I had actually one of my students, Alex, he actually sent me a video of him watching it. He was so nervous. It was funny, man. Like, he kept grabbing his short. And when I think in the second round when I dropped him, he was like, "Oh, finish him." He was going crazy. My family sent me videos of them too. It's a great feeling, man. It's great to feel supported like that. You know what I mean? Everybody was showing so much love and so much support. And it's dope because, like I always said, like I actually felt very confident while I was fighting. I feel like everybody's energy was with me that day.
Did you have an idea this was possible, Danny, after you won in Global Legion? Like when you were fighting the 3 weeks beforehand, this call happens. Did you know eyeballs were on you, or was it a complete shock when you got the call to step in?
I knew that this win with Global Legion was gonna be a reason to help us to go somewhere big, even if it was not in the UFC, which that was what we were aiming at. But let's say UFC didn't happen, and then let's say we had to go to another big organization, but we probably could get good money, stuff like that. The UFC was always in my mind, and it was always something I would talk about it. I feel like I brought it to existence because I was always telling my friends, like, look, for example, for my last fight, normally I hydrate with an IV. You get an IV bag, and you get to hydrate. And for some reason, the nurse couldn't find the vein. So I told them, like, you know what? Don't worry about it, because when I make it to a UFC, they don't let you use IVs. So I got to get used to them. So I'll say things like that, and I feel like I brought it to existence because I'll be honest, I didn't think I was going to be this quick, this soon, me fighting in the UFC, because I had just fought. A week and a half later, I get the call. Everything, I didn't even get to embrace it so much at the beginning. I was like, yo, is this real? Like, you know what I mean? Because if they would have told me, Danny, you're fighting in October in the UFC, you got so much time to prepare yourself for it. Me, I had to like train for a week quick and cut weight for another week. So everything was like I was busting out of missions because since it was a short notice, I had to go get an MRI scan, different type of eye doctor, blood exams, EKGs, go fill out this paper over here. So I was busy training and busy with doing so much paperwork that it took me to like when I got there to Vegas to be like, damn, man, I'm in the UFC.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The UFC. So yeah, man, it was great, man. I'll be honest, man, like a month ago, I didn't think of this, you know what I mean? And now it's like, you're part of the roster. Now you got 3 fights left. Go get them. You know, it's cool.
What did it when you did get a chance after you're celebrating and you're kind of getting to basking a little bit, like did it live up to it? Like when they say your name and you get your hand raised, like did it live up to maybe those moments when you were visualizing it and thinking about that moment whenever it happened, or was it all surreal? Like what was that like?
You know, the whole week over there, they treat us really well. And like because I got there early. I got there on Tuesday. The weigh-ins were on Friday. The whole entire time that I was there, if I would have gone there like on Thursday, I would not enjoy like their service. You know what I mean? They're very, very professional. Waiting for you at the airport with a limousine driver, which I'm not used to that. You know, I'm used to drive myself to the weigh-ins and to everywhere. Then they keep you in a hotel, isolated, all that stuff, quarantine, all these COVID tests going on. Taking you to the PI, which is like the facility for you to train and cut weight or get services like massage and stuff like that. Going through all that, I was like, okay, this is nice. You know what I mean? Then the moment I was like, oh, damn, this is real right here, is when they had me already standing, about to do the walkout. When you're standing doing the walkout, they show you on TV. You see a big screen TV showing you what people are seeing. You know, and so
Yeah.
I come out doing shadow boxing, and then they're talking. Here, Danny Chavez, fighting out of Miami, blah, blah, blah. As they're saying that, I'm watching that, and I'm like, oh, damn, this is what everybody's watching right now. And then from this camera, it shows me walking out. And then I started walking out with my song. You know, I had Nas, one mic. I went all the way to the cage, and like the whole entire time, I'm like, oh, damn. Then I get in the cage. I see the referee, he's, you know, talking to us. And then when I see Bruce Buffer, that's when I was like, oh, shit. You know what I mean? Because this Bruce Buffer. And Bruce Buffer really at one point got me a little shook because he goes and like, you always see on TV how hyper he is. You know what I mean? How he introduces the fight. But it's different when you have it right in front of your face. He goes in and he's like, out of the blue corner, he just turns around really fast and screams your name. Daddy, you know, like the Colombian warrior. Like when he did that, like I was like, oh shit, man, this is dope. So yeah, those were the moments that I really was feeling like, oh man, I'm fighting in the UFC. This is crazy. This is nice. You know, that's the moment I started like really like seeing how crazy it was. But like I said, since I'm in the fight myself, I'm in the fight. It's different for me. Like for like my, I brought one of my students. Like he was my third corner. And he's one of my best friends too. He was there, and he told me that for him it was a whole different thing. Like he was like more shocked than probably I was, because I have to think about the fight. At the end of the day, I'm here to fight somebody, so I'm so focused on the fight that for him, he told me like, yo, Danny, this was one of the craziest things I ever seen. It's not only because it was the UFC, but like just the fight, Bruce Buffer. Then you go and you talk to Joe Rogan, like everything. For him, it was like very surreal.
Yeah, that sounds incredible, because like, you know, going to fights down here regionally is cool, and they all put on good shows, but it's dwarfing, I think, the production that goes into the UFC, like the sound system, like it just blares at you, and it's all just, it feels bigger. But when you're in the fight and it's going so well for you early on, like was that shot, or does that go into complete training mode? Like, because is there any moment where you're almost like out of body, like holy shit, this is going well for me, and it's off to a good mode? Like do you have to gather yourself? Do you have to think about that all? Like kind of hone yourself in because the fight's going well? How does that whole experience go?
I think that me fighting 3 weeks and a half ago, it let me keep that momentum going. So when I went into this fight, I still felt like the same way I fought the last fight, like very calm. I was very composed. You know, I always hear about the UFC jitters, and I didn't have them. And I really believe it's because I just recently fought. So I feel like I was still like in that fighting. If I would have fought in October or September or something like that, it would have been a whole entire new camp, a lot of expectation. Like it would have been different. But this was so rushed in 2 weeks. I feel like it didn't give me time to even think about anything but just go out there and fight. And Going into the third round, I knew I had won the first two. But I started to start being a little heavy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I said, I had 2 weight cuts in 1 month and 2 camps, and this one was barely a camp. So I think and we went to altitude. You know what I mean? We went to Vegas. I
Yeah,
don't
you
think
talked
it's so
about
much
that after the fight.
altitude.
You noticed that, like the air was different?
I felt like I adapted to it pretty well. If I would have gone for runs since Wednesday, I think I would have been breathing heavier by the second round. Thank God it happened like 2 minutes into the third round when I was like, I need a little bit of a break right now. And good thing he was pressuring, but he wasn't really pressuring so much. He was just throwing. I was just backing up. And then, believe it or not, at the last minute and a half is when I felt like I got my air back again. It's just a moment. It's just moments, like sprints. You know what I mean? You sprint and then you have to breathe again, sprint again, breathe again. But the good thing is that on Wednesday, since Wednesday, I was outside of in the parking lot of the hotel, and that's what I do. Because what I do is that always 2 days before the fight, I play soccer to cut weight. It helps me to sweat, and I like to play soccer. That's always what I do. But I didn't have my friends here. We didn't have a ball. So what I did, I picked spots around the hotel where to do sprint, like to sprint and walk and jog, sprint, walk and jog. And I feel like that helped me to adapt a little bit to the altitude there. Because at the beginning, the first day, yes, you feel it like even especially the air outside. The air outside was very dry. You know, it's Vegas. Vegas is very dry.
Yeah.
So it makes your throat. It makes you drive really fast. So, but I feel like Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I did a lot. I did that for me to cut weight. So I feel like that helped me to adapt a little bit. Because Miami, we're under sea level. Over there, you have some altitude. So I felt that, like I said, I felt that in the third round. Good thing in the first 2 rounds, I was not feeling that at all.
You guys have had a pretty good year as far as the gym at MMA Masters. I feel like a lot of the South Florida rub goes to American Top Team and Hard Knocks 365, the Black Zanes guys. But you guys, Miguel Baeza, you now have won your UFC debuts this year. Give me like the vibe at the gym right now. It's got to be amazing how you guys have felt about this year and getting that kind of shine.
Yeah, man. No, us at MMA Master, we are brotherhood. You know what I mean? We all help each other out. Everybody was tuning in, and we all tune in for it. It doesn't matter what organization you fight for. It doesn't matter where you fight for. We're always going to support each other. You know what I mean? And right now in the gym, we just feel great, man. Like a lot of great things are happening. Not just for me, but for a lot of other guys. You know, we got guys coming. We got guys right now. One of my friends is fighting the contender next Tuesday, Rafael Alves. If you know about Rafael Alves, he's a Titan FC champion, and he's one of the most explosive guys I've ever seen. So I can't wait. I know he's gonna win that fight, and then nobody's gonna give him a contract because he's one of those guys that you have to watch him fight. You know what I mean? It's like entertaining. And we got more guys coming up right now. Miguel Baez, I think, is fighting on September, which he's already in the UFC. And if I'm not wrong, Kobe is fighting Tyron Woodley. He's been training with us too. So, and then we got more guys right now fighting in other organizations right now. We just finished. My friend Lee Henry just finished winning in Titan by calf kicks. His brother Mike Lilly just won by a knockout in Titan FC as well. My friend Colin Luber just finished winning decision in Titan. So right now we're just riding this moment, man. We're riding it right now. You know, we're all winning. We thought 2020 with this whole thing with the corona was gonna really mess things up a lot, but hey, man, we've been doing great so far. So man, we just gotta ride with it. Everybody right now is happy. The gym is happy. We're having a great group of guys. The coaches are doing their jobs, you know what I mean, like they always have. Everything is falling in place, so we just gotta ride with the wave right now.
Danny, congratulations, man. Soak this in, man. It's a busy ass month for you. All the best, all the health to you. Stay safe in these crazy times, and we look forward to the next one.
Thank you very much for having me. I appreciate everybody that has supported me and tuned in to watch only the fight, but they have actually, like I said, my inbox is full of DMs of people just sending me good messages and stuff. It's so full of it. I have to one by one try my best because there's so many, but I want to thank everybody very much. Thank you.
We appreciate it, man. Thank you. Congratulations again.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.